Well, hiya, I'm Bran, and I love Lifetime Netflix Christmas movies.
I'm Dan. I'm prepared, and I despise Netflix Christmas movies.
Hi there, I'm Jax, and I really like Netflix Christmas movies.
I'm Alonso, and what? No sour cream ads? And this
is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast.
We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Sometimes I get my preview shows mixed up, okay?
I'm really excited about that Lifetime.
I'm excited about the Lifetime one that we're doing next week with Patrick. There's 12.
There's
There's only
12.
5. We're only doing 5 of these.
I mean, yeah, this is barely worth a preview episode. You know what I mean?
and yet here we are.
The Deck the Netflix crew is special, and I think we like the Deck the Netflix crew has been around a long time, right?
Yes.
This is a big deal for us.
Yes.
I mean, like all of our hosts are wonderful.
family.
They're wonderful people, but the Deck the Netflix crew.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I mean,
there's
top
some-
tier.
Some are saying best crew.
Yeah. I mean,
We
it was
just had the je ne sais quoi.
Yeah. You said
We
it.
will.
I didn't. I wouldn't try. Jax, I wanna ask you something really quick. How much have you been thinking about Christmas movie magic since you left a marathon a couple weeks ago?
Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's been problematic because it's been almost constant.
I know.
And I
This
can't stop
game-
thinking about it.
it's amazing.
I don't know if this is a good selling point or not. This game takes over your life. It takes over. If you watch as many of these movies as we do, it begins to be everything that you think.
Snow
about.
Globe, Gingerbread Man.
That's right.
Santa Claus.
And
Yeah.
also, you now have like it's the cheapest thing to do on a Friday night is to just have some wine or beer and get this game out and play the game with your friends. And it doesn't say this on the box yet, but our next one will say this. Dan's undefeated. I'm undefeated, and I need you to
Wait,
keep
are
that.
you
2-0. Let's not get crazy.
He's
Okay,
refused
so
to
it's still
play
2-0.
anymore.
You don't want to play because
I
now you
did.
just
I
want
played
to
a
be
second
undefeated.
time
Play a third time then.
since
You won't.
Well, when you set it up, and I'll play it as long as it works in my calendar.
Next one we do.
Well, I can't do it and take notes. I think.
Well, then what do you want me to do?
I guess we got to watch.
We got to watch another one.
a Christmas movie that isn't a Hallmark movie, like to kick it up a notch.
Yeah, but when do
One of these-
you and I don't know if you know this, we watch a lot of movies for work, and so
We'll
you want
figure it
to
out.
bring this to the theater?
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. Red
We'll
One.
bring it to the theater.
Red
Take it
One.
to the
For
theater when Red
One.
1
Yeah.
opens.
Or the Christmas pageant movie.
We need to go to like a Cinnabar that has a table
Yes.
and just ruin everybody's night.
We'll go up to Asheville.
Is that a Santa hat or not?
I was thinking about this. This is like a bingo card, but it's more interactive, and you get to like pick up and get rid of things
Yeah,
as opposed
It's
to
better than
being stuck with a
bingo.
grid.
Bingo
Yeah.
is so last year. Christmas movie magic
Bingo
is
is
so this
being
year.
gone. You know what I mean?
It's bingo.
Deckthehallmark.com, deckthehallmark.com/game. You can pick this up right now, and it'll come right to your house, actually.
Wow.
A lot of people were like, do I have to come and get it? No.
The people were clamoring. They're like, "Where do I drive to get the game?"
I know. We got so many emails. They were like, we'll drive. You guys play. Like, it looks like so much fun during a marathon. We'll drive. And we said, no need.
No need.
We are going to ship. And it was hard to find a shipper. It was
That was a
hard
big
because there's like
decision.
not a lot of companies out there that ship anymore.
We
and
had a
so,
3-hour meeting on should we ship
I know.
or not. Yeah, it was a
know.
whole thing.
we decided on
to
ship.
ship.
We decided on
Speaking of things we ship,
friendship.
Netflix movies. I'm trying to give you guys a good
our
transition.
book,
here.
but whatever. I won't talk about our book.
our
I won't
book.
talk about
When's it
Our
gonna
book,
be
I'll Be Home for Christmas
again?
movies, that
Yes.
one? And
And
when's it going to
be
be
Christmas again?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I do ship Netflix Christmas movies, and it's good to be back, first of all, because last year Netflix kind of dropped the ball a little bit when it comes to Christmas movies, and so we farted around a little bit. We went to Roku, we went to some other places, and it's good to
be
just
back.
be, you know what? We've got, I think we're doing 5 of the 6 during the calendar year. There's another one called Carry On, I believe it's called, that comes
Yeah,
out
it's an action movie.
a little bit
Let's do the
too
card
late
game
for
for
us
that
to
one.
get. Yes, a little bit too late. So I imagine we'll do it at some point early in 2025.
We
But
should have, you know how there's quotes in the back of these books to sell it, like this book is blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, this book's got some quotes from Nikki DeLoach and Michael Strain. Our kids' book should have had quotes from our children on it. That would have been
Oh,
the move.
that would have been
That
adorable.
would've been
Send
the
it back to the printer. Let's send them
Stop
back.
the printers.
I know this is 2 years old at this point, but let's send it back
Stop
to
the
the printer.
printers.
Yeah, stop
In
the
the
printers.
next run, that's what we'll
Second edition.
Yeah.
There you go.
My kid
And
will be able to
also,
vote.
we haven't really talked about this yet, but how about Netflix playing nice with Hallmark now and bringing on a batch of 10 Hallmark Christmas movies of days old, including Biltmore Christmas, which really made me happy because, anytime Biltmore and Chris Palaha gets more exposure, I'm happy. So
Both of the Haul Out the Hollies,
I know.
Christmas on Cherry Lane.
So I don't know if it was like the fact that it's so many of them are Lacey movies. I don't know if there's some sort of handshake there of sorts.
for the hot Frosty
for the
promotion,
Hot Frosty.
maybe.
But then I found out that she's too old for Hallmark, and so I'm like, maybe that's not it. I don't know. All that to say, that's a fun thing to see happen because Netflix started doing Hallmark style Christmas movies.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they're in competition, but now maybe not. I don't know.
I have a theory. You want to hear my theory?
Go ahead.
Okay, remember how like Netflix had the Friends reruns for a long time, and
Yes.
then HBO Max came along, and was like, "Zzz, nope, you got to come here now to watch them. I think Hallmark is kind of chumming the Netflix water with the stuff that people want, and then they're like, "Zzz, nope, sorry, you got to come to Hallmark Plus to get it.
That would make sense.
That's just a theory.
Because they are only giving them movies that are Hallmark productions.
Yes.
They're not giving them,
It's
they're
not a Vortex. It's not a
Mar
Mar
Vista,
Vista.
not a Big
Sure.
Johnson. They're just giving them the Hallmark.
They couldn't
stuff.
handle a
No,
Big
there's
Johnson.
no
but,
way.
No,
Not even Netflix.
who can? Yeah, that's an interesting theory. It sounds like that's like a really good business move, though. So
So
that
probably
does
not.
kind of ruin the whole thing.
that's
Yeah.
tough. It's tough to know how accurate that is.
So now we definitely don't have to get Hallmark or Hallmark Plus because we can watch on Peacock and Netflix, which we already have, right?
Yeah, and
I
then-
feel like
yes.
that's what people are going to be saying.
But I say, no.
You go to Philo.
You go to Philo.
That's
Philo.tv/DTH. Not
right.
only can you get the Hallmark, you can get the Lifetime and the Up and us.
Unlimited DVR.
I mean, well, that's a given.
Yeah, that's a given.
Sure.
This is and, not instead of.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Philo
Exactly.
and whatever else you'd like
Right.
to have, of
Right.
course. Yeah.
Let's get to the 5 movies. We're gonna only be able to cream one of them,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Stingy on
because
the creams.
I know, but we have to be. Just because we're back and we're having fun with Netflix and the A crop. Again, many are saying doesn't mean that we have to just pass out creams willy nilly.
Yeah.
No,
No,
this
no.
is serious business and a serious preview show. Up first is Meet Me Next Christmas. And it is premiering on November 6th. It's starring Christina Milian,
Dip it low, and bring it up slow.
DeVale Ellis, and the Pentatonics.
Whoa, all of them?
All of them.
All the tonics
The
are in
whole
there.
crew.
Wow.
And you'll find out why here in just a second. Here's the movie. In pursuit of a fairy tale romance with the man of her dreams, Layla, played by Milian, must race through New York City to get her hands on the hottest ticket in town, the sold-out Pentatonics Christmas Eve concert.
Good God.
At the show, she hopes to reconnect with the dashing James, played by someone I didn't even mention yet, Kofi Sarabo, a love interest so charming he's the only present Layla wants under her tree this Christmas. Oh boy. Oh boy. Netflix has a bit of a Christmas history with Christina Milian, which means that we do as well. And so that might play into our thoughts here. But I'll start with you, Jax. Jax, what are you thinking about this movie? What are you going to give it? And will you cream it?
I'm gonna hold off on my cream because Ryan
You heard the
Fuller taught me
synopsis.
well.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, no. Okay. So actually, look, I love a New York City movie. I've seen Pentatonics a couple times, and I think they're great.
Is it ever
I
hard to
love-
get a ticket, though?
Yeah, sold out.
No.
It's like Billy Joel at Madison Square Garden.
No.
Pentatonics.
But what if it was Christmas Eve?
If it was-
Are they doing the mass? It's a
Perhaps
at the
if
church?
it was Christmas Eve, it would be really difficult to get. When you said Billy Joel at Madison Square Garden, it reminds me of the time. This is a very quick segue where I was going to see Alicia Witt with my mom,
Sure.
and I said, "Oh, do you know what the venue is?" And she said, "Madison Square Garden." I would presume, and I thought, "Oh, that's just adorable."
So
but I love
great.
Alicia Witt, and I love my mom, and it was a great concert.
I love it.
I'm gonna give this. I think this sounds really, really fun. I love Christina Milian. I'm gonna give it 4.
4.
Peppermint
4.
milkshakes. How about that?
Peppermint
2
milkshakes.
peppermint mochas.
Okay.
I'm going to give a 4 peppermint milkshakes.
Milkshakes.
The eggnog milkshake at Cookout should be coming back any day now, and
That sounds so good.
the eggnog ice cream at Jenny's. Both I'm fingers crossed.
I want
on.
both.
The one,
Nice.
the one from the block.
Jenny from yeah. Used to have a little. Now she's got a lot.
She's got a lot.
Yeah.
Alonso, what are you thinking about this one?
Well, okay, if it's a sold out Pentatonics Christmas Eve concert, this is a science fiction movie.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm going to give it 1 milkshake for Christina Milian and half a milkshake for the use of the word race, because if this is going to be like one crazy night of running around frantically trying to get a thing, even if that thing is tickets to a Pentatonics concert, that has the potential of being fun. So yeah, 1.5. No cream.
This is a tough movie for me because I have a history of really enjoying Christina Milian's Christmas movies. And to Alonso's point, sounds fun. Run around New York City, Christmas time. What could go wrong? What could go wrong is Pentatonics. And I know everyone's going to come at me and they're going to be like, Brian, what's wrong with you? These demons tried to make Hallelujah a Christmas song. And it's not. It's just not.
This
and
sounds personal.
Now I have to drive around, and every once in a while I hear, I heard there was a secret. And I'm like, I don't want a secret chord right now. It's not time for that. And I'm really mad about it. Alonso, do you remember before the marathon, we were hanging out, you, me, Ryan, and Ryan tried to convince us that Pentatonics has a banger of a version of over the whatever and through
Over the river and through the woods. Yeah.
To Grandma's house we go. And we were like, no, it's
No.
not possible. And then he played it, and we were like, well, for that song, it was
Sure.
good, sure.
Not a lot of competition there, apart from the end of Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. But
Yeah.
look, give me Straight No Chaser. Give me Take 6. I have no use for Pentatonics. I'm sorry.
Oh, you guys are
and-
breaking my heart.
And I like Pentatonics. I liked them for quite some time, and then they got weird
Yeah,
with it.
yours is very personal.
It's very personal because they
It has nothing to do with talent.
yes.
He doesn't want a secret chord around Christmas.
I just want to say this really quickly. I can be bought, so Pentatonics, call us. We can talk about this. But as of now, I'm mad, I'm angry, and I'm going to let that affect me. I'm going to go 3 right down the middle.
Wow, how dare you?
I know.
New York City, hottest Christmas Eve ticket in town, Pentatonics. You have to remove one of those things from that sentence. That sentence doesn't work. And I'm not trying to talk poorly about Pentatonics. Gifted. It's Manhattan. It's New York City. Ain't never been the hottest ticket in town. There are so many tickets in town. You can pick 2 of those 3 things. You want to be Pentatonics because that's what this sounds like, is a movie about. It's basically like making a movie, so you go listen to Pentatonics. Fine, put it in not Manhattan. Put it somewhere else, or put a different band in there, or take out New York City. I'm giving 1 milkshake, and it is for Christina Milian, whom I never am mad at. And so, great. The rest of this sounds like my nightmare. It's a movie that's just trying to advertise a band in a situation that is just not realistic at all. So it's a no.
I was once in New York City. I was at the World Trade Center station, and you know who's performing live for free? Pentatonics.
That's why it's the hottest ticket in town. It's because it's free.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's a great station.
Yeah.
Great
Like
station.
Manhattan has they're reviving the Elf musical on Broadway. Come on, there's
Yes.
so many options here.
Yeah.
So many options.
Yeah. How many tickets, Jax, would you have to list right now before you get to Pentatonics?
I will say, it's upwards of 150. But I would enjoy seeing Pentatonics on Christmas.
150.
What if I told you that they were performing off Broadway in Florida?
Oh, then I'd be there.
No. If you're in Saginaw and you say Pentatonics, then I'm like, yeah.
Toast to the town. Yes.
Yes, exactly. And that's not, listen, we are in Greenville. If Pentatonics was in Greenville, it would be the hottest ticket. You're not there. You're in New York City. Get out of here.
Let's talk. Let's do one more and then take a break. How about that? Yeah. Hot Frosty. Hot Frosty.
Mr. Frosty here.
November 13th. It is starring one Lacey Chabert, Dustin Milligan, and Craig Robinson.
Wow.
Here's the synopsis. 2 years after losing her husband, Kathy magically brings a handsome snowman to life. Through his naivete, the snowman helps Kathy to laugh, feel, and love again as the two fall for each other just in time for the holidays and before he melts.
Come
Oh
on.
boy. Oh boy.
Come
All right.
on.
All right. Okay. Jax, what are you thinking?
You're muted, Jax.
Thank you so much. I said I'm not gonna lie, and then I was
And
muted.
then,
And now she is going to lie.
No, I'm gonna lie. Look, before I read the synopsis of this, I was ready to cream it. It's Lacey Chabert.
Come on.
The title "Hot Frosty" was making me think of when she was dancing in her little outfit in Mean Girls. And I'm not trying to objectify her, but it's a core memory for me. And I was really, really excited. I really like Craig Robinson. I think he's hilarious. This premise is really not for me. I'm really, really not interested right now in the widow's story and then a snowman kind of making her get over her husband, but is he going to melt? For the Lacey Chabert and Craig Robinson of it all, I'm going to give it a 3, but I'm not super excited about the premise of this.
Wow.
hey, can I ask you where you are right now? You got a lot of doors.
Why are you
behind
on the
you.
floor?
It's a lot of doors.
You are either on the floor or you're in Gulliver's Travels.
Gulliver's Travels. I'm visiting Rachel in Utah.
Oh, Rachel from the Hallmarkies.
Oh, that's
right.
great.
Oh, wow.
Well, it looks. She's got a lot of doors.
Does it feel like I'm having a secret affair?
It stings. It stings when Shaw walks out one of those doors. Then it's going to get real tough.
Yeah.
We actually have her here. Come on.
There's a OG Hallmark podcast get to convention. We're not invited.
No,
That's
we
what's going on here.
Yeah.
Wait, no. You guys are invited. You guys are invited to the convention. We're all there.
Alonso, what are you thinking?
So yeah, I love a swing for the fences high concept, which this is. I like the idea that I think the melting snowman sort of gives it a take advantage of every moment because life is fleeting, which as a widow she probably already knows, but we're gonna bring it home. And Dustin Milligan co-starred in one of our very favorite of these made for TV movies, which would be Love at the Christmas Table.
That's right.
Way back in the day when Danica McKellar was working for Lifetime, if you can imagine such a thing.
Pre-Poops Creek.
Exactly.
Are we
And he
going
was
with Poops Creek? Is that really what we're doing?
Poops, really. He's on Schitt's Creek.
Alonso
Thank you.
Dadgummit. It's a
It's
family. Alonso.
SSC.
There's a C and 2 T's.
I'm going to say it too, so I'm just letting you know.
Very clear.
Guys,
and
I
won
am sorry.
Emmys, Bran. It's too late for this.
Shit.
Anyway, I'm still gonna hold my cream, but I'm gonna say 4.5 milkshakes.
Very excited about this movie. I'm one of the 10 folks that loves Jack Frost.
Ooh. I was hoping we weren't going to mention that in this context.
Well, I am because I love it. The music in that movie hits harder than it needs to. First of all, but second of all, the idea of becoming friends with a snowman is a tale as old as Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah.
And another great piece of cinema.
Sure.
Television.
Television.
Television cinema.
So this is nothing new. I've also written a song at one point about falling in love with a snowman. So this seems very personal to me. And so I'm going to go 5. I am going to hold my cream, but there's no reason that this movie shouldn't slap for all the reasons that Alonso mentioned and all of the reasons that Jax mentioned that she isn't going to like it. It's going to be amazing, and I can't wait for it. But I'm going to hold my cream.
I'm yielding my thoughts in this movie to Bran so we can talk more about Jack Frost. I think that's what we all need. Listen, I think every host on this show so far has undersold this movie somehow, even though all of them have said that they're very excited about it. Russell Hainline is writing this movie. He wrote The Santa Summit, one of the best movies of last year. This movie, the story of how the movie comes out, you can find him on Instagram or Twitter or wherever. And the story of him making this idea up as a joke to win some sort of contest and then people being like, you should write this movie. Amazing. having Lacey Chabert, the queen of all things not hot, frosty Christmas movies, being the lead in this. Dustin Milligan, he's only made one other Christmas movie I've seen. It's one of my top 15 probably all time. Craig Robinson, which we haven't mentioned enough, he's going to be funny just by showing up. The floor's really high. Then you also have a guy who directed 14 episodes of Schitt's Creek and also has directed numerous Hallmark movies. The pedigree is here. The writing is here. The acting is here. This is an absolute no-brainer, and I can't believe that this will be anything other like the floor on this movie is a 7.5 out of 10 in my opinion, and I'll be so disappointed if that's not the case. 5 and a cream, no question about it. 5 and a cream.
You've convinced me.
Thank you.
Wow.
Hey.
No, really.
It wasn't
You
the
did
Jack
your research.
Frost that convinced you?
No, your passion did start lighting. It was like an amuse-bouche for lighting the fire in my soul, and it
People
got me
often
ready.
compare us to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more amuse. He's more boosh. From what I
I'm
understand.
classic
Yes,
boosh.
Yes.
Classic bouche.
I'm classic boosh.
He's a mighty boosh.
Yeah.
One would say.
Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll get to a few more of these here on
Deck the Hallmark.
Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you're doing well today. We are previewing some Netflix Christmas movies, and so far only one of us has used our cream.
That's right.
The rest of us so far are holding our
I feel
creams.
great about it.
And I'll tell you, actually, Dan's fervent defense of Hot Frosty sent me to the IMDb page where I realized that Katie Mixon is in this
Oh
movie,
my gosh.
whom I adore. So I'm going up to 5 milkshakes. I'm still holding my cream, but 5
Wow.
full
I
milkshakes.
got to be honest. Didn't even know Katie Mixon was in it. I love her. This is a no-brainer.
I don't know Katie Mixon, but I
This
love her
movie,
too.
American
Oh,
Housewife.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything to
Okay.
me, but I
Now
love it.
I'm gonna have to go up to 4 now. I'm gonna have to go up to 4.
Wow. How about that? That's crazy. Speaking of holding our creams, though, we do have new merch available right
We
now.
do.
Dana
Including
is
a coffee
live.
mug that says holding my cream.
That's exactly right. If you ever wanted to have a coffee mug where you, if you are somebody who drinks coffee but you have a lot of cream in your coffee, this mug is perfect for you. It's a coffee mug that says "Holding My Cream," and so you can buy that right now, along with a bunch of other awesome merch. deckthehallmark.com/shop.
If you've been
available.
waiting for that Brett Debbie merch.
Yes, the
it
Brett
just
Debbie
dropped.
merch.
So
Hey,
there's
everybody. Let's get to the next one, shall we? We only got 3 more left. Up next is The Merry Gentleman. The Merry Gentleman. It is premiering on Netflix on November 20th. It's starring Britt Robertson and Chad Michael Murray. To save the Rhythm Room, her parents' small-town performing arts venue, a former big city dancer stages an all-male Christmas-themed review.
Review. Yes.
Great. This is something I should know.
It's a review.
It's a review.
Yeah.
Is that a sex thing? They're going to take their shirts off? Okay, great. I love that.
Yeah.
Let's share our thoughts on it.
Typically, review is any like I could be wrong.
Okay.
These two are a combination, right? Like, so it could be some musicals, some sketch, and it's usually a little bit risque.
It doesn't have to be risque, but yeah, a review it can be. It's like it kind of harkens back to vaudeville. It's sort of like a one act after another of varying, like song, dance, juggling, whatever.
Dear God, I just saw Chad Michael Murray in suspenders and a Clockwork Orange hat, shirtless on stage for this movie. I didn't know what we were getting into, but I do now.
An all-male review, however, pretty much
If you
means
say all male review,
there's going to be a lot of tearaway pants
there's
going
some
on.
implications there.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is like Christmas Magic Mike, kind of something like that.
Christmas Magic Mike.
That's Christmas Magic Mike. I like
Yes.
it. Yeah.
All right, let's do
That's a good one.
that. Jax, thoughts on this? How many milkshakes are you giving it?
I am gonna give this. I'm gonna give this one 2.5 milkshakes. Here's the
Right
thing.
down the middle.
I'm gonna go right down the middle. Okay, so I saw a Magic Mike review show, but it was one done in central Pennsylvania, and it was like a bargain basement Magic Mike. I saw it with my mom and my sister, who was
I
like
saw
8 months
Bargain
pregnant at the
Basement
time.
Magic Mike live.
Amazing.
One-man show was
Amazing.
unbelievable.
It was honestly
$5
phenomenal.
donation at the door. You didn't have to pay it if you didn't want to. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, don't be sorry. I'm just this is a religious experience for me thinking about these guys just working their tails off and they're dancing and some of them had Santa hats on and like it's something that has stuck with me, but it's something that I don't need to repeat again.
You can't make that lightning strike twice.
You
is
know,
what you're
you can't. You
saying.
really can't. And Central
What's
PA,
it
like
like
nothing's
watching
gonna
that
top
live smut right next to your mom? Is that like a fun experience?
Well, it was after I had.
You've told me this story, so I'm going to stay quiet. But you
Jackson's mom was making it rain.
told me, I guarantee you a longer version of this story, not on the podcast, and it's fantastic.
Dan knows the longer version, but I think the part that he's probably thinking of is that my mom was oiling down the dancers.
Sure
I bought her
was.
a special, yeah.
I didn't
So
think
Dan
you were going to
knows
say
this,
it.
oh no, Mom, I'm proud of you. I love you. I made her do it. I got her a special package where she got to rub down the dancer.
Yeah, you did.
So yeah, I'm sure
Stop
she loved
selling.
It's just a different relationship you have with your mom.
That's
than
right.
Because
Dan and I
we're
have
really
with
close.
ours.
That's right. Fair.
Dan and
fair.
I have different relationship with our
Different.
moms.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
We're just
You
really
and I would
close,
go to
what
the
can
show,
I
no
say?
problem.
We would go together,
but-
and we'd have a great time.
I'm sorry that you can't have that relationship with your mother.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
see.
not.
We'll see where we'll see how it goes. Alonso.
The reason that we have Deck the Netflix separate from Deck the Hallmark is that Netflix movies should feel like they have the freedom to go to places that Hallmark would never in a million years. And this is that. 5 milkshakes and a cream. I want it now.
So those pictures are really something.
They were something.
Those were saucy.
Yeah, those. Yes, definitely saucy.
I'm excited to watch this movie with you.
It's gonna be a
watch it
fun
together.
time. We should put it on Twitch. Us watching this movie. It could be a special take it to the
The
tape.
bump on Twitch. I think this could be a lot of fun. I think it could be a lot of fun. I'm gonna go 5.
Gonna go 5.
I'm gonna go 5.
I'll say this, and people can take this however they want to. Taking his shirt off is not going to hurt Chad Michael Murray's performance. Like it's not going to make it worse.
No.
You know, like those pictures. Holy cow!
How old
Like,
is he now?
He's probably 42, 3. You would think, right? 42.
Hang on.
something in there.
We'll look it up.
He is 43.
Hey, look at that. 43.
And we're gonna look back.
Yeah, I'm 41. But
You're
in
close.
2 years, I'm very close.
You're close.
Just to
You're
dial
working
it
your
in a
way
little.
there.
Just to dial it in a little, and we're gonna do our own review, of course.
We'll
listen,
remake it.
I thought if you had not shown me the pictures of this and you had just read me the synopsis, I would have been virtually disinterested. But this sounds saucy. It sounds like it's taking some chances. It sounds like what Alonso is describing, which is Netflix going, you know what? We're Netflix. We don't have to stay in this box. And so for that reason, I'm, borderline excited about this. Let's go 2.5 right down the middle. 2.5 milkshakes right down the middle.
Wait, just really quick. Would you guys actually do not like obviously not naked, but like would you guys, including all the hosts, do like a Christmas calendar next
We
year?
should.
and
We
sell
have
it?
7
you done it?
hosts. We have 7 hosts. In next year at Bramblefest, we should take calendar picks.
We've talked.
I
about
really
it.
think we should, and then for 5 of the months, it could be combinations of shows together. Like
Yeah,
the Deck
of
the
course.
Netflix one can be saucier.
That would be the
You know
Christmas
what I mean?
one, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
If you guys want to do a calendar and it's like a fundraiser for, a 501c3 somewhere, I will dye my beard white
Oh
and
my
be
gosh.
your Santa. I'm going to put that out there right now.
And then can I sit on your
Oh
lap
my
in kind of a way that makes
gosh.
people wonder if there's something going on between us?
By all means, I
No
insist.
one would wonder.
no, I don't want
And you guys,
This movie, by the way, is written by actress Marla Sokolov, who you know from she did a lot of teen movies in the 90s. She was on Fuller House, and is directed from the guy who made Christmas Under Wraps and A Cozy Christmas Inn.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So
Interesting.
okay.
fascinated.
Let's get to. We got 2 more. Let's get to the next one. Our Little Secret.
I'll give you. Nope. It won't
Our
work.
Little Secret.
Our little secret.
November 27th. What is that? Is that the Wednesday before Thanksgiving? Is that the day before?
Yes, it is. Day before.
This is starring Lindsay Lohan, Ian Harding,
What?
Kristen Chenoweth,
What?
and Tim Meadows.
What? I didn't know about any of this.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Sheesh.
When they said the more the merrier, they definitely didn't have this in mind.
I'm out. 0-0.
Two resentful exes, Avery, played by Lohan, and Logan, played by Harding, are forced to spend Christmas under the same roof after discovering that their current partners are siblings.
What?
Okay, so they were together.
Yeah.
They broke up.
Yeah.
They got new.
And those two
they're-
are siblings.
Yes, and
Yeah.
so they show up at Christmas and
Apparently, all this stuff's been posted in the Facebook group, and now people are saying I don't look at the Facebook group at all. And I do. I don't know if you know, there's a lot going on there, gang. I just,
but also you and I
It's hard to
tend
keep
to
up.
actively avoid anything about the movie.
I try my best to not be spoiled.
Yeah.
Literally, the preview episode is more of a spoiler than I want going into these movies. It helps me a ton to know nothing because we're watching virtually the same movie over and over again.
Jax, what do you think about this one?
You guys, Kristen Chenoweth,
Yes.
Tim Meadows, like, goodness me, oh my. I mean, yes, I've loved Kristen Chenoweth forever, and she's on my mind, especially with Wicked coming out. I adore her. Tim Meadows is hilarious. We're really liking our Lohanaissance.
The
I believe
Lohanaissance.
it's Alonso.
Yes.
Yeah, the Lohanaissance.
Alive and well.
This is gonna be 5 and a cream for me. I'm
Wow.
creaming it. I'm creaming it so hard, especially for Tim and Kristen.
Have we creamed every movie so far?
Has there been a no?
You
No.
haven't creamed
Nobody
I haven't
creamed
creamed
pentatonics.
Nobody
creamed
creamed pentatonics, and I think
pentatonics.
that's more than fair.
That's yeah.
But
Story of their life.
we've all done a different movie.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Alonso.
Yeah, I think we're bearing the lead here, which is Kristen Chenoweth and Tim Meadows as siblings.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I'm going to throw out a title that Jax will respond to, and y'all will look at me blankly the way you do, and that is Private Lives.
Oh, no, I know. Yes, I know Private Lives.
I knew you would. It's a
Yeah,
classic. It's a Noel Coward comedy about a divorced couple who wind up sharing, being in adjoining hotel rooms on their honeymoons with their new spouses, and then, of course, fall back in love with each other. Classic, 20th century stage farce, like blueprint for many movies, including this one. So yeah, love the premise, love the cast. I'm in 5.
This movie sounds amazing. First of all, I think that it's just fun, a fun premise to begin with. Anyways, I think that's going to be hijinks galore. The cast is special about this one, and listen, Ian Harding's not Noah. We
Dude,
love Ian Harding.
Ian Harding's amazing.
Yeah.
I think what an addition. Him being paired opposite of Lindsay Lohan is.
Oh my goodness.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Can't wait.
Obviously, I'm creaming this movie. I'm giving it 5. I can't wait for this movie. This is maybe movie of the year for me, even more than any of the Hallmark ones.
Oh my goodness.
I just think this one's really something special.
Movie of the
I'm
year.
very,
Wow.
I'm very
Brand
excited
here.
about it. I'm very excited.
Wow.
About it. Dano?
All right.
Yeah, so every cast member he said I actually like more than the previous one, and we started with
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan. So that
Yeah.
should tell you, like, Ian Harding, Kristen Chenoweth, Tim Meadows, and Lindsay Lohan. My only holdup here is Lindsay Lohan's last movie I hated, and I want to be in the
Irish
Lohanaissance.
movie.
The Irish one.
Yes, I want to be in the pocket here. I want to be in the Lohanaissance. But also, we got to face facts. That last movie was real bad. So I'm going to give a milkshake to each of the leads and hope that I'm wrong. And it actually is movie of the year. 4 milkshakes.
What if I tell you that the director made Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure
5
and
milkshakes. 5
Okay.
What else? What else did he make?
and Critters?
What?
Yeah.
Man, this is just a whole big bag of what's. It might have to go 5. Here's what I can tell you unequivocally. Can we not do Hallmark movies and just watch these movies? I'm excited to watch these, like very excited to watch these movies. Even kind of the Pentatonics one. I'm here for this.
These are your treat after you see all
That's
of
true.
the
It's
Hallmark
Christina
movies.
Milian running
it's-
around the city, and the
that's right.
Pentatonics happen to be
It's
there.
42 movies of veggies and grains and whole fruits and vegetables, and 5 movies of dessert.
This
There
is
you
the
go.
argument. There, there is an argument of does Hallmark spread themselves too thin with 40 movies, and I think
You
these.
saw My Sweet Austrian Holiday. That was necessary.
I do think these movies.
What if you just made 5?
maybe show? Let's
me
meet.
out.
Let's meet in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's meet in the middle.
I
Somewhere.
don't need a job. Make 5.
All right, this last one. Are we ready?
Yes.
That Christmas. It is
Christmas.
premiering on December 4th. Brian Cox is given the voice of Santa Claus. It's an animated movie.
And Brian Cox is the voice of Santa?
Yes.
Let's go.
Based on the charming trilogy of children's books by beloved multi-award winner writer Richard Curtis. From
Love Actually, About Time, Four Weddings at a Funeral.
Yes.
That guy, yeah.
That Christmas follows a series of intertwined tales about Christmas and friends, love and loneliness, and Santa Claus making a big mistake, not to mention an enormous number of turkeys. Animated Love Actually, I think, is what I'm understanding it says. Jax, what are you thinking?
Look, the only reason I'm not creaming this is because I've already creamed. Brian Cox, Succession, Braveheart. Braveheart's another core memory for me. My first date, I watched it in, a 9th grade boy's basement. Brian Cox is a gem, an incredible actor.
Was that the same basement the review was in? Was that
Or that you're in right now?
yeah? Were there more or less doors in that
here.
basement?
Is that a mini fridge 1 inch from your head?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
There were less doors in that basement, which made me feel trapped.
I was going to say, I hope you had the exit in
For
mind.
all of Braveheart? Good God.
For all of oh gosh, and then he would talk about it for 2 hours after. Luckily, we had a very chaste relationship, which was good. He didn't try anything. He was one of those.
Are you
guys
talking about The Godfather?
What did you date Joshua Harris? Sorry. That's for those Christians out there. I'm sorry.
She couldn't have.
That's right. Because he would have just, it was
kissed
just
a
a
goodbye.
courting.
Yes, it was a.
But him
Exactly.
ranting about Braveheart in 9th grade sounds on point.
It was great.
Yeah,
Mark
sorry.
Kovaleski, if you're listening, I'll never forget.
Shout out, Mark.
Shout out Marky
Shout out
Mark.
But yeah, this sounds like it's going to be a delight. I think the animation will be fun, something different. I'm going to give it 4. Wait, I gave Pentatonics 4. I'm gonna have to give it 5. I'm gonna give it 5. No cream.
By being even mentioning Pentatonics, this movie got
Yes, you have to. Yeah.
I realized I kind of got excited too early because I forgot we were doing Netflix and they were all gonna be good.
That's fair. Alonso.
So I have to recuse myself because I've seen this movie, which has never happened before in a preview episode. But suffice it to say, I love it. I can't wait for y'all to see it. It's great. But I can't. These are all the shakes and the creams are all predictive, but I can't predict because I've seen it.
That's right.
So I'm just going to say I loved it, and this is going to be a fun episode.
Taking the high road there. I love it.
Well, listen. Anytime I get a text from Alonso about a screener that he just saw and it's glowing, I immediately begin to go, okay, I'm going to circle it. And I was already excited about this movie. I think one, it just sounds really cool, but then I saw some of the stills and the animation looks beautiful, and I just think this is going to crush. I'm already going to predict that I cry during this movie at some point, and so
Richard Curtis in a movie that Alonso gives a thumbs up to, you're going to cry multiple times.
I'm gonna give it 5 milkshakes and a guaranteed tear from Brand.
I got to be honest. It's October 31st. This is the earliest in my lifetime I've ever been excited about a slate of TV Christmas movies. Maybe the only time I've ever been excited for a slate of them. I made a huge mistake. This movie should get my cream. Can't put the cream back in the jar. That's not how it works, unfortunately. Cream too early. This movie.
It happens.
This movie is just made for me. I love Richard Curtis. Bill Nighy, which we didn't even talk about, is a voice in this movie. Brian Cox. Are you kidding me right now?
Kidding me right now?
Oh my gosh. This movie, 5. I wish I could go 6. This is it. I should have creamed this movie. Unbelievable. None of us creamed this movie. That's crazy.
We were fresh
it's an
out.
Injustice.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Brian Cox, the original Hannibal Lecter, let's not forget.
Yeah, shout out. Manhunter, right?
Yep.
We did it, everybody.
Yeah, we did.
Congratulations. We're going to be reviewing all of these movies throughout the next 2 months. Hopefully you'll join us. Again, some people are saying a crop. And so if ever there was a time to join us, it would be right now. Can't wait for that. Alonso, Jax, you're the best. We're going to be back tomorrow, actually.
Yeah.
A new week, new us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Until then, maybe the first to wish you a
Merry Christmas. Deck the Hallmarks of Bramble Jam podcast is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.